We're live.
That's a new song. Normally it's do.
Or do.
Yeah. I didn't realize I do so many songs.
You don't know your pattern.
do.
Put out for you.
Apparently we click too now.
Oh yeah, whenever I'm recording our podcast, I notice that we both go like before we're gonna say things. So I have to go,
Really?
yeah, and it was fine when I was listening to it like through my car or like just on my speaker, but when I had my headphones in, every time one of us would go, I was like,
Sensei shot.
yeah. I was like, ooh, this is
Wow.
gonna be real bad for anyone who's on the autism spectrum. I've got to edit this out.
You should do it with like ASMR microphones. Like, hi, today we're talking about witchcraft.
ASMR Women of the Wise podcast. Who's interested?
Wouldn't that be amazing? Not me, because I can't talk quietly. So
Also, I can't stand ASMR, but I feel like I could produce it. I just can't listen back.
Wait,
to
why?
it.
I don't get the things from it. The
Yeah,
visual stuff, yes. Sounds no.
ASMR, what is that the paperclip thing that you did too, Kaylee? Is that like the same kind of thing?
No, ASMR is like where they talk really quiet and they make like whooshy sounds on the microphone and they do things really quietly. But like the visual stuff, like where you see them like doing the slime and that stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like visually appealing things I'm okay with, but
Yeah.
yeah, sound gets me every time. I'm like, it makes me like physically have a reaction.
Hi
Yeah.
everyone.
Not
Thanks
a happy one.
What are you doing?
We're gonna go ahead and get these up so we can see who is commenting when it says Facebook user.
I can
That's
drag it.
exactly what I was going to do.
We're gonna go ahead and get these.
What are you doing? Eyeballs.
I love how intrigued you are by me at any given time. Okay.
I'm not even on the right profile
Playing
for this.
video game.
I feel like we're playing a video game.
Gretchen and Gemma, hi, thanks for joining. Oh, what is astrodice? You want to talk about what astrodice is?
Astrodice is dice. One has a planet, one has a house, one has the planets, one has the houses, and one has the signs. And essentially, I just roll them all together and tell you a little tale.
It's very dry. It's like
what is
runes.
it called? Yarn.
Weaver yarn. Spinning yarn, yeah.
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 Spinny and old
I
yarn.
have 2 sets of those astrodice and I've literally never used them. They're still in the packet they came in.
I love astrodice. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to get crazy and get like 3 sets and then roll them all at once and be like, super fortune.
That would be amazing because you could do like a past, present, and future roll. That would be amazing.
I didn't even think about that. Yes.
Mind, body, spirit.
Yeah. Did you just see my mind go?
Yeah, I saw it. Like, what?
You literally got to watch it on camera.
Pentacath activated.
Kaylee blowing mine since
1985.
90s.
I'm glad you confirmed it was mines and nothing else.
It's so good. Yeah, we were talking about your tarot class last night. Dina was pulling tarot. She's like, I just don't know. And then she interpreted it perfectly. And I was like, the first lesson Kaylee teaches you in her tarot class.
Valid.
And then your next one's in September, right? That's when you're
4th of September. So I set the group up for it today. That doesn't mean I'll have the welcome stuff and everything ready, but the group's there. So
yeah, that takes the longest. It's awesome.
Well, I just because I'm in July and I'm like, I'm just finishing up the last one and yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Set the foundation.
That's so rude. I've got a helicopter coming over my house. Can you at least blow some air, helicopter?
Thanks so much for joining. We are going to do a grounding and centered meditation to start to get everyone, just because the shedding's happening. And thanks, Gemma. And then we'll get to it. So if you're wanting a little...
Nobody. No. Sorry, dog. Behaving badly.
Sorry, guys. Did you see that?
Yeah, he was being very rude. Yeah, so we will definitely get to the astrodice for sure. Gretchen?
Yes.
What?
Layla's coming to Plymouth next week.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell? I gotta get those portals open immediately. Post that.
This makes me happy.
Okay. All right, so we'll do meditate. All right, so anyway, all right, so let's get ourselves grounded and centered. Sorry, you guys. Woof. We've been doing this is day six. So we'll just do this every day. I'm probably until our heads fall right off our bodies and we'll just go on. Okay.
Or until you go away.
All right, yeah, because I'm going away. I'm going offline.
You're hermiting.
I'm mostly hermiting. Okay. So let's do a quick little meditation to get us centered and good and kind of like get all the energy flowing. Get the winds coming in, I feel like is a good thing for those in the hot places. Get the, well, maybe in the cold places too, that'll bring some warmth. So you just want to take a moment, kind of move your body and get settled into your seat, into your bed, into your car. Don't be driving. Recommended. Just take a deep breath in, hold, and release. Just allowing yourself to get settled in. Take another one in, hold, and release. And as you're settling into your vessel, into your body, just allow your mind and your heart to speak their truth. Allow your mind's eye to come into focus and just kind of scan your body, your vessel. Just notice how your spine is resting, how your hips and knees are, or any messages just kind of coursing through your blood at this time that want to come through. Allowing your brain to catch up. Saying, hey, are we hungry? Are we thirsty? Just allowing that to be released. Right now, we are choosing to be in this present moment of stillness. We are allowing our mind and our heart to come together as one. And telling our body to stay. Kind of like a little dog. Stay, please. And through your breath, just tuning in to about 2 inches below your belly button into your sacral. They call this the tandem. In some Zen meditations, it's known as the center of gravity. 0 point also as well. Just tune into that through your breath. Allowing yourself to receive confirmation and sensing how strong you are in this space. Just allowing all of the sound around you to flow in and out, fading into just the background noise of life. Really allowing yourself to focus on this point. Feeling how steady, how nourishing it really holds us, right? It doesn't matter what's going around you at this moment. Just allow it to be what it is. Really allow yourself to focus in. And through your breathing, allow yourself to drop even further down into your sense of comfort and safety in your hips and your legs and your feet. Really connecting yourself into the earth. Perhaps you're even feeling and sensing some beautiful threads and cords coming from your center of gravity, really plugging into the ground. And through this connection and through your breath, allow all of the energy of the earth to come up. And as you're tethering yourself into the solidness of being here on this planet, allow your senses to really come alive. What are you hearing that's going around you? Is it busy? Is it loud? Are there birds? Do you hear children playing outside? Allow all this coming in. And as you're just absorbing it, just consciously as you breathe out, allow that to go in and through you, down into the soil. Just releasing what no longer serves, what is not your conscious thought of being in this moment of now. This next breath, take a moment to feel what's around you. How does it feel to be still in this space? Where are your hands? How are your feet positioned? Do you feel the clothes on your body? Perhaps a bracelet on your wrist. Just noticing the sensation of being in this body. Take a moment now and allow your body to speak. What energy is it holding on to that no longer needs to be there? Perhaps a memory steps forth, or a song, or a feeling of constriction. And as these come forth from your body's voice, in that breath in, it is I receive, I understand, I accept. Hold that. And upon the release, I release, I am one, I am love. Just take a moment with each one that comes up individually, bringing it in, holding that, accepting it, releasing it. Good. Just allowing yourself the knowing that you can come back to this moment at any time, today, tomorrow. Just allowing your body to speak its truth, to accept it, to give it love, and to release it. Knowing that you are perfectly safe in your vessel, knowing that it's a wonderful place to be here at Earth School. Allowing yourself to feel this quiet center of yourself, of belonging, of truth, of love. In this next breath, take that conscious mind's eye as you're holding it, charging up the energy, filling your body full of oxygen and life, coming into perfect harmony and perfect balance. And through the release, allow it to go, flowing out every part of you. And as you're releasing, allow yourself to feel the warmth of the sun, the wisdom of the moon, and the safety and security and love of the earth. These are 3 things that will always be here for you in this time, in this life. Tune into each one as you need them, knowing they all are a part of you. A gentle reminder, we are all born of stars. Allow the warmth and the light to fill you up. Allow that feeling of wholeness and completion run through your body. Every part of you is beautiful and important and special. Take a breath in. Hold it. And release. Coming back now to noticing the body, noticing the noises around you, your breath even more. Perhaps putting your hands together or moving your feet and toes to come back fully into the vessel. This beautiful, beautiful design that carries your gorgeous soul around to have experiences, learn lessons, and have a goddamn good time. And when you're ready, open those beautiful eyes and we'll begin. Yeah, take a sip of coffee or water, man. That's a good idea. Feel free to share your comments and experiences or thoughts in the in the comments. Hi, wow, I'm still kind of there a little bit. We do these every day, different times of day. So the beginning of each live will always have a meditation. So you can go back in time and go through the post. I'll try to tag it under as meditation or stand in your truth. And then you can just listen to the first part of that unless you want to be into the whole thing, which you can too. Some of them have got crazy codes. Last time we did crazy codes. Yeah, a lot of release. So good. This is a time of shedding. This is a time of really tuning into the community. I'm not going to lie, guys. I have a beautiful circle. I am sitting with 2 of my most favorite human beings on the planet. And I got to spend this last year every day with them. I think sometimes Kaylee and I were together for sometimes 7 hours, really working through our shadows together. Sammy here every day, patiently changing and pivoting as I moved through this web of life and coming into this moment. They both were instrumental in really teaching me on what it's like to lead as a divine feminine, what it's like to support as a true sister. And through their work and their patience and their love for me, I've been really inspired to share that with the world and to know that we each and all can do this, and we each and all belong in all the circles we want to be in. that support and believe in you. And something Kaylee has said from the beginning of time, proven behavior. Follow that. It doesn't matter what people say to you. Feel into what they're saying. See what they are doing. They will always show you. Kaylee always says they will always show you who they truly are. And to trust that. Let's begin. All right. I love you, ladies. I'm going to cry today. It's going to be so great.
I already cried in that, so yeah. Well, it's full moon, so we're going to release stuff today.
Oh, that's right.
Is it? There's a moon in Capricorn, right? Is that what
Today,
it is?
super
It's
full
funny
moon.
because I think it was like day 1 or day 2 of this. I kept rolling Capricorn, and Capricorn keeps coming up in everyone's dice, and I'm like, it makes so much sense to me. I saw a TikTok this morning, and I was like, that is why I'm rolling a lot of Capricorn. This makes so much more sense to me now.
Yeah. It's the super full moon in Capricorn, so, and there's something going on with the comet today. I haven't really researched that very much. But yeah, super full moon. So it's super emotions, and it's Capricorn, so I'm gathering it's pretty much, what have I achieved? What do I need to achieve? How do I get this done?
Let me take a hard, cold look at my life.
Yep. So I decided to take that and then take the full moon and release that expectation of myself today. So.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
I love that.
Alrighty, Gretchen. Dice roll for you is the moon in Sagittarius in the 2nd house. The 2nd house is typically ruled by Taurus. This is the day-to-day routines. This is money, work, income. Having Sag in there feels a lot more playful, really. So it seems like it might be a good time for you to involve some of your inner child, some of your trying to think of how to word it, because Cancer also brings in a good amount of the emotional component, the cyclical component, especially with it being the moon instead of just straight out Cancer. So there's something about like knowing when to have a good time, knowing when it's about you, and then knowing when it's about others and when to get serious. There's something about like being really good in the flow of that cycle that's going to really improve and bring in some additional income for you in that way. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't really know what that means.
Is it like this is what I heard.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
It feels like that's tapping into the divine feminine all the way. Right? Because that's like being in the flow and the cyclical. Mm-hmm. Does that feel right? That's what I heard.
Yeah, and Sagittarians I feel like are usually pretty good at receiving. Like they do that well. Sometimes it's hard for them to give, but they receive very, very well. And they bring in the party.
That's cool.
Yeah. But they're also really intense about their passions too. So like my fiance's sister is a Sagittarius, and like when something happens in politics, it will make her like not eat for several days. Mm-hmm. Like she gets so passionate and emboldened and like so upset and worked up about it that she can't like sleep or eat or do anything. So there's that component too, but I don't think that's what this is referring to because it's with the moon. But yeah, Sages are like a really cool mix of like party and I will fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Don't cross me.
Because if you do, I'm out of here. I'm off. I'm wandering. See you later.
Yeah, I'll find something else. I'll find somewhere else to get my pleasure, but thanks though.
Yeah.
Yep. That's intense, yo.
Yeah.
I love a Sag.
It's confident and I like it.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Great.
Gretchen.
Keep us posted on that. I'm so intrigued. We've got a donation from Gemma. Thanks so much for allowing us.
Hey, Zoe.
What's going on? Ho sakataro urpanashata iatos dos. Marikia shatiki isi parasibus. Oh my gosh, are these the dog ones?
You know, I gave you the dog
I
ones.
forgot I was going to be using the
There are
dog tarot.
there are so many dog tarots, honestly. My favorite is the Major Barcana.
The Major Barcana?
Yeah, that's the name of it. Yeah, I have like 3 dog. I don't have that one, but I have like 3 dog decks. They're amazing.
Siakos Arashkaniis.
Ooh, my goodness.
Okay. Jem, I'm going to start with the quote for you today. Your team is saying also take note of the hummingbird. And that's the, this will be helpful. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. And so when I'm leaning into that, I'm really hearing your team saying faith is in yourself, in your own divinity, power, truth, and love. That's your faith. When they're saying, when you're saying to yourself, my faith, that's you. And that will, that even if you want to say that so much.
I'm reading it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Thanks, Gretchen. So the next 2 cards just kind of really complete this a little bit. Really tuning in and dream weaving what's in here, right? And following your dreams. Like really sit down and dream weave on paper, or record yourself if you're that way, if you're not a writer, but get it somewhere where you can go back to it and dream weave. And it is really skulls come through, and it's really about your future, right? Your future's so bright you got to wear shades. And within that, it's really getting into the emotional state of that, right? Because you can say your affirmations all that you want. Holy cow. You got all, these are pentacles, right?
Earth, is that what they say?
Earth is pentacles.
Earth is pentacles.
I got all my tarot people here. I'm just like, let me make sure, because guys, so just so you know, this is like a perfect example right now in real time of Kaylee's class about, like, she's gonna lean back and she's gonna do it. Okay, so as a reader and a channeler and all of that, I was always very terrified of the tarot because I always felt there are so many rules. And I'm like,
Yeah,
literally,
agreed.
like, you know, and I just never, I don't know. Sometimes my mom used to call me the original rebel. She was like, she's like, when you came through the void, you just rebelled immediately. You rebelled coming, even being born. I was like, well, that feels accurate. So this is me. We're having gone and being completely supported by people on beautiful teachers. And now I'm like, I could do this online. It's so great. So we've got the Earth Alpha Female, which is the Queen of Pentacles, I believe, correct?
Looks like my dog.
I know, soon. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, right? The Ace of Earth.
That's correct.
And then we've got the 8 of Earth. So this, like, so here's what I'm hearing from all of these cards. This is you, right? You're the queen, okay? And if we're going to use Saren as an example, when Saren wants love and attention, she gets it because she knows how to communicate it and stands in her truth until, right? Until she's like, it's happening, and doesn't move and any of that. It doesn't matter what is thrown at her, you know. And that same goes for you. Like, it doesn't matter what people are telling you or who's gaslighting you or anything like that. This is really coming down into yourself. And like, this is what the meditation was all about too. And standing your ground and being like, I belong here. This life is meant for me. I'm going to live it to the greatest and best ability. So this is like building the foundation in your 3D world and doing it. And I feel like you are doing that. You've made a lot of movement, but now really is the time to like get decadent about it. Dream weave. And then once you dream weave what you want, when you have that recording and you have that down on paper, and then take actionable steps, right? And like that's the one thing. And this is a time when I really lean into my circle. I'm a dream weaver. Like I can't even tell you how many like ideas I have all the time. And then I've got these beautiful sisters who go, that's so great. I love your dream. Is how are you going to get there? Right? What are your, well, first of all, this one's like, what are your top 3? You just mentioned 50, right? I go, okay, these top 3, right? And then, Kaylee says to me, okay, well, how are we going to do this? Is it classes? Like, so, and I talk about it, and then, and that's part of your circle too, building your circle, because I talked about hypnosis, I think for like a year. And finally Kaylee was like, hey, I got you this hypnosis course because I'm tired of you talking about it, right?
Yeah, accurate.
Yeah. So really leaning into the support and creating within your circle, within your tribe of those that will support you and help you co-create these ideas and get out. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of your people are going to fall away because you're raising yourself up, right? You're growing and you're coming through the soil. Not every seed makes it, right? Not every seed wants to come through the soil. Some like to stay in the dirt where it's safe, right? But here you are being brave and coming out and saying, I want this life. I want to be in the sun. I want to feel the wind on my face. I want to laugh, right? And so really dream weaving that and taking actionable steps. The more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. I'm done. I hope that helps.
I have Pisces and Jupiter in the 10th house. The 10th house is traditionally ruled by Capricorn. So this this moon then for you is really illuminating abundance, which is Jupiter, in the area of the Pisces. So you're going to find your reputation growing, or long-term goals being accomplished in your dream area. Also, what's the word? Oh, yeah. So this is a big time of spirituality for you. So you may find that your dreams and your spirituality are really aligning to help you. They're becoming much more clear so that you can make much more appropriate long-term goals. And you can really start planning on really good, solid foundations that really fit with your entire like life's journey that you're wanting to accomplish. I also got the Knight of, which one? The Knight of Wands reversed. Because it seems like a lot of this was about you getting spiritually clear, I thought about it in more of a spiritual term. And this is kind of like breaking away from what you've done before in spirituality and coming up with some new routines and looking at things in a much different ways. You may feel like your values are changing, which might mean that some people around you in your life are like, yeah, no, we don't really see eye to eye anymore. And you might find yourself being like, wow, I can't believe I believed that once upon a time. And I can't believe that that's what I saw. And it's like you've gained a lot of experience and you're integrating it now. And so now you're she who nurtures. So it takes a much more nurturing turn now for you, and you're able to see things from so many different perspectives than you used to be able to. So it's like a big update in your belief system. Asking questions. I'm going to read them directly from the book because I love the questions that they ask at the end of each of these cards. Ask yourself the question, when do I need to be more gentle with myself? Do I allow myself to be nurtured by others? And who can I share my gifts of empathy and insight with? So you're kind of updating your whole thing. And like Allison said, you're like begging all the little seeds to grow, but just be aware that some people might be like, I'm sorry, I just don't see your point of view. And that's okay. It takes all kinds of perspectives to make the world go around, and we all have free will. So you're doing the right thing and you're building really strong foundations, and that's all you need to worry about at this time. Trust this new information coming in. Done.
So today I'm playing with runes because I love tarot, but today I've decided runes because that's my day. So the first one that I pulled out is really the least helpful rune I could possibly give you, which is basically It's basically it will happen when it's supposed to happen. It's like divine timing, and that you will end up where you're supposed to when you're supposed to. So it's like the least helpful. So I went, screw you, rose quartz, let's go to wood. So we have Uruz, and Uruz is all about, first of all, doorways, choosing a different door to go through, having the strength and determination of physical strength, emotional strength, mental strength to go through a new doorway. It's also like portals, and especially with Perthrow. Perthrow is a gambling cup, but I sometimes see it as a womb, because it is. It's like you're mixing everything up and you're giving it its best shot at what it needs to be when you put it out there in the world. So it really is about having the strength to step through fear to bring things into being for you. And there's going to have an element of risk to that. And yeah, maybe it doesn't work out, but as long as you're doing that in a logical, planned way, where you can have steps and have B plans and C plans if you need them for you to feel safer, to feel more secure, to make it feel less risky for you. Make sure you have all these things in place. You have structure. Again, Uruz is about structure as well. It's about having the strength in place to move through into a new phase. Then had a card of X marks the spot, and this is basically, it's like the shortest thing I've ever seen in a book. It just says, for those following their treasure map to their heart, X can mean only one thing. Were you here on a mission you can't remember, but here you are finally? It's like something you've been looking for, or the time you've been looking for to do something is now, or at least the time to start it is now, to start making those plans, to start putting those things into motion. Because the next card that I have for you is Gathering Inspiration. And that kind of looks like a castle made out of coral upside down, but it is about, like Sammy said, looking for new ideas, looking for new ways of doing things. Like, it doesn't have to be the way you've always done it, especially if that's not working for you. It's about looking into, new opportunities that it would happen if you had the bravery, because that's what it is. It's bravery. Bravery is just being scared and doing it anyway. So having the bravery and the courage to just step through that portal into the next realm of the next chapter of your life. And then we have my favorite word, consistency. And it's, how do you create consistency in your life? Because that's the other thing, right? It's going to take sustained effort. You've got all pentacles in Alison's cards, and that is slow, sustained effort to grow. It's going to take toil, effort, sacrifice, energetic input. So you need to be consistent. And it says emotionally, financially, and in your daily routine. And then list these on 10 fingers. What 10 things are you going to consist? This feels like a Sammy task to do. List the 10 things that you want to do and how you're going to do them. I'm sure Sammy could explain that in a much more organized, less ADHD way of organizing your life. But it is. What 10 things do you want to bring into your life? What new... We've had this conversation this week in my house. What I don't want to change my life to something. I want to start living that lifestyle. It's about changing it now, not in 5 years' time when that happens. When we've got enough money, we'll do that. No, I'm going to start doing it now.
Yep.
Fake it till you make it, if nothing else. But there you go. That's what I have.
And if 10 seems too overwhelming, start with 3 and work your way up to 10. There's no shame in improving yourself in any way.
Or at least trying to.
Yeah.
In my case, trying to.
Sometimes we don't improve ourselves. Sometimes we try and it's like, well, this is not the time for this.
Right.
I still need to be past me.
Right. And that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
Surround yourself with people who love you and who you love, and who you can totally lose your goddamn mind about, and they go, it's okay, I still love you. It's okay it didn't work. It's great if it did. You know what I mean? And they show up every day. The ones that say yes to your life. You're so welcome. Hey there, guys. Welcome. We did a little meditation for those just joining us earlier, so you can go back when it comes through. You can go back and listen to that. And today we're doing free astrodice reading for anyone who just wants a little quickie, and then open donations if you'd like something a little deeper, whether that be a reading, a healing, like whatever that is. So just let us know. It's beautiful here today. It's too hot in England, I think.
I actually got to walk the dogs, like the big, long. We took our time. I think we did like a 40-minute today. It was really nice. Just because I wanted to be outside too, actually.
Yeah, we went to the pool.
We did that in the meadow the other day. Walked around the meadow, down by the river in the woods. It was lovely.
Oh, God, that sounds like
I saw Faye dancing by logs. It was amazing.
Oh, I love that. What's Layla got?
All right, Layla, I have for you Uranus. Did I say
Uranus. Lord Uranus.
Uranus.
She's really, really wild about me getting that correctly.
Only because I love sounding like Ross Ben, man.
Uranus.
He goes.
I just say Uranus. I'm a Hoosier.
Uranus.
I'm a country girl. That's how we say it.
Uranus.
I ain't got no time for that, for talking proper. Anyways.
I love dialects.
Anyways, Uranus. So
Yo, it's my planet. I'm gonna fight for it. Okay.
So I don't have to hear about it. And Capricorn in the 11th house for you. So again, that Capricorn, I'm telling you, every single roll over the past like 5 days has had Capricorn in it, pretty much. Unless it was like an extremely specific message about something else that didn't pertain to this current time. So essentially, this moon is going to highlight your friendship circles. Your Uranus and the 11th house are both Aquarian ruled. So this is expect the unexpected. This is groups of friends coming together. It feels like good surprises, but it feels like surprises that are going to make you grow up a bit.
So like me opening a portal and showing up at Kaylee's house the very second that Layla knocks on the door situation?
Yeah, why not?
It feels like you're going to be like, ooh, whoa. Oh, okay. That's a reality that I have to face now. And at first it may kind of feel like the Tower card, right? Where you're like, crap, I wasn't expecting that. But then you kind of understand why it occurred. Because when you look at just like your understanding of your social awareness or your understanding of the people around you, it sort of illuminates something that you never expected and allows you to really understand things much more clearly.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Hopefully that's helpful in some way.
It's so funny because when you were doing that, all I could hear was fight music by Eminem in my head. And the smell of myrrh. Random. There you go.
There you go. I love that.
So how do we get together?
Because myrrh smells like an old church.
Yeah.
Whereas my son went, Mom, it smells like a funeral in here. And I was like, no, it doesn't. But okay, I think you mean a church.
Yeah. A funeral.
Smells like a funeral in here. Yeah. But that's the only time they've been to a church. So.
Well, Jared grew up in a funeral home, right? That's what that was his father's profession. And so there are like certain flowers that he's like, you just see him be like, death is near us. Like
lilies.
Lilies. And there's another flower too that he gets real bent out of shape about. Like, it's so funny because he's like the most even-keeled human ever, right? Like, and then there's like these couple flowers that just sent him off the deep end. It's pretty fun.
I think I'd like irises.
Oh yeah, irises.
Because it's like the rainbow connection.
What is roses set me off the edge? I just almost threw nothing on the ground. It's great.
You almost fall on the ground? Is that what that was happening?
We're just not even talking about what that was. It's great. We're going on like nothing happened.
It's just a twitch. Don't worry about it.
I would like an astrodice roll.
You would like an astrodice
roll for me.
Yes.
Oh, anybody else want one?
Yeah, me.
And then Kaylee.
South Node, Sag in the 10th house. 10th house again being the house of Capricorn. So South Node is typically thought in astrology as what you're moving away from, but I personally like the description of it's what you've kind of already come with being having really, really under control.
Mm.
So you're already really good at that kind of Sag attitude of like, let's party, let's do it, let's get it, let's blah, 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 blah. And maybe it's time to look at the opposite of that, which is, I don't know off the top of my head. Opposite. I'm going to have to Google it, y'all.
Getting the googs, getting the googs, getting the googs. I actually think in my side reel,
Oh, Gemini.
Sag is my north node. Interestingly
enough. Yeah, so the opposite of that would be Gemini. So that would be open communication and being of two minds and chaos.
Never making a decision.
Huh?
Never making a decision.
Never making a decision.
You can never get your two minds to join up.
Jared just said that to me the other day. He was like, God, you just live in the unknown and chaos. You just never want to make a decision. I was like, yeah, because everything's possible. So I just want to sit and wait and see what happens.
That is a little bit pot kettle black, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that situation.
He's a Gemini too, isn't
So
he?
basically this full moon is just them saying, good job, keep being you.
Yeah.
Bring the party. Well, I did used to run raves and I bartended for a very long time.
And then you switched to this.
And I switched to this.
So this is just...
And the insurance thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I did.
You've dabbled in all the worlds. Yeah.
Yeah, I like a little bit of everything. I want to know what's going on everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really right word. Kaylee. I know Laura and I spent.
All right, Laura, the dice rolls are free. I can get you the I can roll for you after I roll for Kaylee right now. Mars and Capricorn.
My Mars is in Cancer, so that's hilarious.
In the 8th house. Ooh, in the 8th house. What house is that? Scorpio? I like to quiz myself. Okay, yeah, Scorpio. Getting really serious about financial planning. That's not a very fun role.
Accurate,
but it's very important. It's very important.
Very accurate right now.
You may be really looking into, how you want a long-term plan in the world of finances. Taking a look at you and your partner's money, like you're merging your money together and how you're going to do that a little bit differently.
I'm keeping my own money. He can go survive. No, I will.
With Mars, there's a bit of a, it could be a bit contentious at times. Like it could.
Why would not be?
It might not be an easy conversation to have, but a very necessary one for building the life that you guys want to build.
That is very accurate. I've had this conversation this week and it was very grown up of me. And I realized how practical I am actually I'm useless with spending money, but when it comes to being able to break things down into a budget, I can plan. I just can't. It's the ADHD. I can plan. I'm ineffective at doing it.
Yeah.
Right. You help. Teamwork.
No, I just need to have an insane amount of money so it doesn't matter.
Right. That's also a great other choice.
I always just tell James that I wanted an allowance. Can you just do it all for me and then say, you can only spend $100 this week? And I go, great. Because that's helpful for me because I can't either. Once I can plan it out. It's weird because I have 5 Capricorn placements. So you think I would be like, money would be like so, but I've also got that Gemini moon and that Leo rising. So I'm like, fun. And then
we're like
it's a bad pairing, you and I. This is why we can never eat at our houses and we always go out to eat. But also fun.
I love that because isn't James good at cooking and Jared's good at cooking and yet they don't cook? So you go out to eat.
I mean,
you should come down with me.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. We go out to eat once a week and then he and I, and then sometimes Allison and Jared can convince him that he should go out on like a Saturday or Sunday too.
Nice.
But Allison and I go out for lunch twice a week, we'll say, in case one of them are watching.
If it's paid in cash, no one can prove where you were and what you spent it on. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly what happened. That's our time, though. We do a lot of I mean, I think that just stems from like that ancient desire to, when we share a meal like around a fire and
It's communal.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the storytelling happens and the healing. I mean, we get into some deep conversations.
Well, there's nothing else to do but talk, right? So it forces you into a really cathartic situation.
And drink Thai iced tea.
I take it that's alcoholic. No? Wow.
It's real
It's
delicious.
like condensed milk, and some people put brown sugar on the bottom. It's red tea, right? Is it red tea?
Yeah, they put a little turmeric in it to give it that
Dirty
orangey
milk for boba.
Yeah.
Like without the pearls. Sounds like the dirty milk.
So you can make it with boba, and they usually do brown sugar boba pearls. Well, I mean, I guess you can do whatever you want now because that's how boba's so popularized here that it's like, what kind of boba do you want? What kind of tea and what kind of milk? It's great.
I have apple juice with lychee balls. It's really refreshing. I think I might have one today.
But your apple juice is like sparkling, isn't it?
No. Oh, you mean appetizer?
I don't know. What was
appetizer's like bubbly schlur.
your youngest child drinking the other day?
Lilt.
Lilt.
Yeah, Lilt was grapefruit and yeah. It's like
Pineapple?
something like that.
It's crazy. That's
Soda?
crazy.
Today he says, Mum, I just can't get over it. I feel like a zombie today.
I feel that. P and I were up really late, like till 2 a.m. or something. And she's like, why can't I sleep? And I was like, look outside. She goes, oh, the moon is full. This happened last month. I was like, welcome to your entire life. She's like, there's not enough YouTube videos to get through this.
Through a full moon. Can you not put on, what's her name? Moira, whatever her name is?
Oh, yeah. She's watched them all.
Oh.
I learned she had a baby. Now it's toddler. It's great. I know all about
She
these
had a
YouTube
baby?
videos.
Isn't she like 15?
No, she's like 27. She's been doing this for a decade.
All right, Laura, I'm going to roll dice for you. That's okay. I've got 2 of you today, so I'm just... Hey, guys, remember we're doing a thing?
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. It's totally fine. It makes it more interesting. Aquarius and Mercury in the 4th house. The 4th house is the traditionally ruled by Cancer. This is the house of home. This is the house of tapping into the divine feminine. And Aquarius and Gemini are both air signs. So there's going to be a lot of cerebral, mental processes going on, really digging down deep into thinking through the home, it feels like. Aligning up. What feels really good to me is thinking of how you can honor both your heart and your mind and get those things kind of in alignment. Having more air signs in a Cancer house is can be really good for the balance of both, but it can be really frustrating because your mind kind of wants to take over and rule the roost, and the heart is like, oh, what about me? I still exist. I'm still over here. So just spending some time thinking of things that you can do to honor both your heart and your mind. And I might even recommend at the end of the night journaling a bit about, like, was my heart honored today? Or what did I do to honor my heart? And if the answer is no, then writing down one thing you want to accomplish for the next day, for like, just to give yourself those warm, fuzzy Cancer feelings, right? Hopefully that helps, Laura.
And you got homework.
Yeah, look at that.
Dude, Laura, I think Laura and Kaylee are tomorrow, right? Is that happening?
Is that Laura?
Yeah, it's Laura.
Laura Smith.
Hi, Laura. Yeah, tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock? 7 o'clock? 8. It's on the wall. You can go find us. We're in Ascending Butterflies, Magpie, and I think Sionis Day.
Yeah. It's tomorrow. I'm so excited. You guys haven't been together. If you guys haven't had if you want to treat yourself, go sit with Kaylee and Laura and get ready. It's great.
Laura makes me giggle till I nearly wet myself. So
Oh my gosh. Laura and I, we were doing these like deep dive readings, and she's incredible.
She
The
is
way that
incredible.
she can just get right in there, and it's
Yeah.
like just a beautiful, gentle way
Yeah.
of bringing up what needs to be spoken. It's gorgeous. If you guys haven't experienced her, go do it.
It's probably really
First
good
thing-
we're doing it on the back of the moon.
Oh yeah, that's so perfect.
Hi, Ellie. Elle.
I love it.
I'm so bad at names. Why am I so bad at names?
Oh.
You're not a human.
Yeah. They tend to, not care about letters or rules.
Anyone feeling like they want a dice roll or reading? Because we can keep talking all day long with each other. Because that's what we do most of the time. You should come along. It's really fun. Sometimes I sing a song just like this, and it doesn't make any sense. And I think to myself, maybe I should have been a choir, but I wasn't because it's not really good voice for singing in a choir.
Anyone can sing in a choir. My friend told me that.
Really? It's true.
She's going back to America next week
I was
for a
always
holiday.
a helper. I didn't want to sing. I want to be next to the teacher. And you get all the tea. You're all about what's going on in school.
I just used to rock up with cookies and cakes and stuff and just go, there you go.
Cancer, little sweet cancer. That's like so. And you
Motherly.
were in the and you excelled at it.
Yeah, I have like a little album out there somewhere that I recorded when I was
Charlotte Church.
2 years old. Huh?
Like Charlotte Church.
Yeah, I've got an album. You guys, I used to model and act and sing professionally. It was a whole thing. I made my mom some good money. It was great for her.
It was great for her.
I was in beauty pageants. And then I was like, you know what I like more than beauty pageants? Food, baby.
That's how we do.
Guess what you can't do when you're shaped like this? Model and act and sing.
Well, you can.
You can.
You
but
can.
You
Yeah,
don't
you can
make your
now.
mom as much money, so it's disappointing
For your mom.
for my mom.
For mom.
Yeah, not for you, just for mum.
Yes, Sutarashiniti.
I'm having a great time now. My life's pretty darn good.
Do you know, I said this yesterday to Terry. I really like my life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, she was so upset when I quit everything. She was like, it's been your whole life. I just don't know why you would quit. And I said, I don't know. I just feel called to help people. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to do it through my singing isn't that life. I don't have like Allie level singing. You know what I mean? It's like not that life changing. So it's something I would do for fun. Like I did it in college. I was in choir and had a blast, but it was never anything that was going to be serious.
Oh my god, were you like, was it like a rock choir, like Pitch Perfect, or was it like a proper like choral?
Gospel choir?
Oh my god! Wow.
Mm-hmm. And there were 28 of us, and 14 countries were represented in the choir. It was really cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We had a guy from Sri Lanka. I have never even met anyone from Sri Lanka until that moment. I was like, oh, I don't even know where that is. People from Haiti, Nigeria.
All over.
It was a really good time.
Music really does bring the world together.
Mm-hmm.
We are the world.
It's the anniversary of Live Aid today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love how you just know stuff.
I saw it on my newsfeed
when you
this
and
morning.
Jared get together and then you know stuff together.
Yeah,
it's really
fun. Oh, do you know I sent him I sent him yesterday rune stuff, and I sent him rune stuff today, and both days he went, I love this. And I'm like, you've never said that before on any kind of anything. He said, I really like this, that's really good, but I love this. And I was like, I've made it.
I have arrived.
I've arrived.
Well, we've hit our hour, friends. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to hop off and probably blab for a little bit more.
Then we're going to learn. We're going to learn how to
you're right.
create business plans for land purchasing.
Yeah,
today.
we're working with this consultant guy, and he's going to help us curate our business plan and help us find investors. And get ready, sanctuaries are coming in real life. So if that's a real thing, holler at us. We're going to put them all. It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
I know a lot of you really want it. So,
well, if Rakesh is right, mine's next year.
yeah. But he actually, in mine, he said we'd find it later, like in fall, but it wouldn't come through. We
I
wouldn't
find it
purchase it.
next month, yeah.
Yeah.
And then buy it next year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a bit sad for the people I'm buying it from, but whatever.
Yeah. Right.
They got to wait a whole year, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fun. Love everybody. Ending the broadcast, y'all. Catch you later tomorrow.